We're in for a big treat now. We have a guest speaker here. Some of you might already know who she is. Jules De Jesús. Oh my gosh. I just pictured her. Jules, who's that? Or as we say in New Orleans, who dat? De Jesús Fritz. She is a longtime member of Unity of Savannah and dear and near to our hearts, and she has a world of experience to share with us, and so just give it up for Jules.
Marguerite, you took me back to high school and before, when I would get called on the loudspeaker and I was like, oh, please don't mess up my name. Please don't mess up my name. Please don't call me DeHussy. That was a new one she gave me today. My nickname was Jules Dr. Seuss. She gave me a new one. Who dat? It's me. It's your girl. Hey, I'm so happy to see y'all. So happy to be with you. Hang on a second. Can I move this podium a little bit? Okay, let me move this. I feel like I need some space. I'm going to move it over here to the side. We strong? We got this. I will need to read a little bit, so I just want to have this here, but I need some space to move. And groove. So love is the word. Love. How are y'all feeling about love? Let me get the general consensus out here. How are we feeling about love? We feel good about love? We feeling loved? Do we know that we are the love? Yeah, feeling good about that. Now the thing is, with love and peace, they usually go together, right? So you like feeling peaceful, you can give more love. Is that true? True for you? Okay. Now, one thing that I hear often, it makes me crack up every time I hear it, but I love to hear it. People ask me, they say, how do you homeschool 3 young children, caregive full-time for your mom who has later stages dementia, run a business with your husband, and now live full-time in an Airstream camper as a party of 6? Y'all, let me not forget the 2 dogs and the bunny. Yes, I said bunny. And still stay sane. You seem okay. I love when I hear that. You know why? Because, well, thank you. Thank you. I love when I hear that because that means the other person is recognizing all that I do, but recognizing that I'm doing it in love. Because let me tell you what, you got to have a lot of love to be able to do all that, right? Let me toot my horn for a second. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Right? But these are all the things that I want to do. It's not that I have to do any of it, but these are the things I want to do. This is what brings me joy. This is what helps me to feel the love so I can then be the love. So when I get that question, like, how do it do, girl? How do you do all this? And I say, well, I practice. And then they're like, what exactly are you practicing? What is that? What I practice is my belief that there are 2 thought systems. So any students of A Course in Miracles here? All right, all right. Miracle workers in the house. A Course in Miracles teaches us that there are 2 thought systems, and I strongly believe this. It all comes down to love or fear. True? We can all agree on that, right? Love or fear? Love or fear? Love or fear? That's it. That's all it comes down to. There's a lot of things that go under fear. Love or fear. Now, love is God.
Amen.
Thank you. Yes. Can I get amen from the whole church now? Amen. Thank you. Y'all, I like participation, okay? I like jazz hands. You give me a little jazz hands. All right, I see y'all. I see y'all. Love is God, right? We hear God is love. But I'll invite you for a moment to try on love is God. Doesn't that feel good? There's a different vibe to it. You're like, oh, love. So what I feel coming from others, what I'm expressing, what I'm radiating out, love, oh, that's God, oh, wow. Let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear is ego. I'm gonna call it like it is. Fear is ego. What's ego? Y'all know?
Edging God out.
Edging God out. Thank you, Wayne Dyer. Taught us all what that is. And that's exactly what happens. We edge God out when we lean into that thought system, right? Let's not make it so personal. Okay, it's just a thought system. Okay, it's choosing a way to think. All right? When we're not feeling so personal about it, we can usually be more in a position of power. Ego, fear, love, God. Now, how I came to really practice this, y'all ready for a story? Yeah. We'll gather around, sure, in a story time. So there was a time when life was lifing. I mean, lifing. Have y'all been there before? I'm talking highs and the lows. When you're riding high, you're like, man, this is amazing. Yes, right? And then something happens, and you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. I did not expect that to happen. That's where I was. So at the time of the story, I am running 2 fashion shows. Y'all know SCAD? Yeah. Anybody know about SCAD here? I thought you might. Savannah College Art and Design. They run incredible fashion shows, right? Well, your girl was handling the hair and makeup. Both departments. I was staffing it, and they were like, oh, and while you're at it, can you also provide the makeup for it? Because that was my background before I was a wellness coach. And I was like, no problem. And they're like, and you have 5 weeks to do it all. And I was like, got it, no problem. Boom. And I'm running simultaneous shows, right? 2 different cities happening a week apart. It's a lot, right? It's a lot of stress. Of course I want to perform. Of course I want to do the thing. I want to show up strong. So I'm doing this, and it's amazing. Y'all, you'll be so proud of me. I did so good. Went off without a hitch. Man, I was on top of the world. And by the way, I have 3-month-old twins in tow while this is happening. I'm just like, I can do anything. This is great. So we go back home to our home in Hopeful. We have a 25-acre homestead, and I'm like, and I'm here to rest. I have done the thing, and now comes the relaxation. And then my mom called. And she was like, hey, your grandmother's in the hospital. And I was like, what? Yeah. Doctor says she needs gallbladder surgery, but she's 96 and he won't do it. And I was like, okay, all right. Didn't see this coming. All right. Let me talk to the doctor. Doctor's like, yeah, we just can't compromise her like that. I understand. Okay, she is 96. So what else can we do? What's the other option? Because there's got to be another option. And he said, well, if you guys are serious about this, if you really change her diet really lean into the care, you could turn this thing around. And I was like, so you're saying there's a chance? All right. So my partner and everything, Josh, goes to Central Florida to get them. Them being my grandmother and my mom. I mean, straight from the hospital. Come on, let's go. We're going to Hopeful for Healing. And he brought them to me. I was feeling tired. But I was also feeling a lot of love and a lot of gratitude that there was a chance. So here we go. We're going to commit to this healing journey. We're going to heal my grandma. Have y'all heard Ram Dass's quote about enlightenment? If you think you're enlightened, spend a week with your family. Y'all, it ended up being 12 weeks. 12 weeks. And what happened in those 12 weeks is what happens when you're with family. Triggers get triggered. Buttons that were installed get pushed. Things start coming up. The old scripts start to play. Patterns pattern. And so things were coming out in me that needed to get healed. And I didn't expect that either. But here I go. I'm here for the healing. I'm ready. I'm willing. And so throughout this process, it was hard to show up as the love that I wanted and believed that I was. And there were times where I left the conversation not being very proud of myself for falling into the old patterns. It's just real talk. Y'all know what I'm talking about? We've all done it. It's human nature, right? That's why practicing choosing love is what we're called to do. We have to practice it. It takes practice to practice the practice, right? 24/7. So we get through that time. And y'all, she healed. Got a clean bill of health. Woo! Yes, jazz hands. Thank you. Jazz hands for my grandma. Yep. So they went back home. And then I get a very interesting call. The timing, so divine. A magazine calls me and says, "We would love for you to write a 5-page article on how to cultivate peace in stressful moments." Are you up for it? Am I up for it? Y'all don't even know the kind of research I've been doing. Lord, if God won't prepare you for the assignment, I don't know what happens then, huh? I mean, seriously, I was, yes, I will accept this. And so I started digging into my journals, digging into the research, digging into my journals, like, what is this that I'm doing to make it through, right? What is this? Reading the notebooks. What do I do? What did I write down here? What happens in the moment? How did we land in a good place 12 weeks later, feeling healed? How did I do that? What was it? And slowly but surely, this method started to come together. And I was like, oh, I actually am doing a thing instinctually to help me feel better, to help me choose to hit pause in real time so I can choose love. Oh, this is exciting. Wait a minute. This article is going to be awesome. Yeah. All right. Let me dig in this. And so the Aaaaah method was born. Y'all, the joke is we go from to what I learned is that this, your heart, where the love is your pause button. Go ahead and touch your pause button. You just practice. Look at that. Look at y'all practicing. That's your pause button. It's a good reminder that there's love flowing through you. It's a good reminder to just go, ooh, let me not betray myself. Let me show up how I want to show up. So through this process, I'm sharing this with my kids. I mean, I'm really trying to learn this method and how to teach it, right? So I'm realizing it's working with my kids. At the time, my twins are toddlers. Julian is about 6. And it's working for them. So I'm thinking, man, this is really powerful stuff. Julian goes on to take the method and turn it into a book. You are the sky. You are not your feelings. And y'all, that book inspired me to take my work out of my heart and turn it into a book. Why is that important? That's important because this is my way of helping and being the love. So what I've learned through this process of the ups and the downs of life and what do I do and all that, is that it takes a different kind of muscle to hit pause. To pick your hand up and hit pause, yes, it takes a physical muscle, but I'm talking about spiritual muscles. Y'all, it's a whole different gym we gotta go to. It's a whole different gym, and that gym is called life. And we just have to show up daily to that gym. We got to do those workouts. However, they show up. You don't know what the trainer's throwing at you either. You're just like, okay, this is just gotta go, just gotta get it done, right? We gotta do it to the best of our ability. Just showing up is the practice a lot of times. Staying open is the real job. Staying open. Now, I love Michael Singer gave this visual once that always stayed with me. You guys know Michael Singer? Love Michael Singer. The Untethered Soul, the Surrender Experiment. So he says, think of your heart like it's a bear trap. Okay, I'm following you, Michael Singer. A bear trap, got it. Spring loaded. Something happens, bam, it shuts. Your job is to keep it open. Okay. So hard to stay open, right? And then something little drops. Bam! You're like, no, I close it up again. Oh, it was so much work to open it up. Here I go. Oh, okay, gonna do. Goodness, why is it so hard to stay open sometimes? If that's our job. Spiritual muscles. Right? But we want to feel love, right? Maybe we don't always want to be the love, let's be real, right? Maybe we're just like, I don't know how I'm feeling today. But we always want to feel love, right? We want to feel that. But that means we have to stay open. We have to stay open to the love. Now, A Course in Miracles has this line that I love. It's a little bit of a call out or a call up. I am concerned with your mind. Y'all, this is Jesus speaking. Jay's in the house. And I urge you to follow my example as you look at yourself and each other and see in both the glorious creations of your Creator. See both. See in both. That's me and you. Not only me, but also you. I've got to see the glorious creations. The glorious creations that you are and you are and you are and you are. All of us. From a glorious Creator. Sometimes that gets hard, right? That's why we got to go to the gym and work on those muscles so we can hit pause, so we can open up that trap. Because we want and we need to see each other's glory. Let's talk about glory for a second. Y'all like that word? I like glory. Glory! Make you feel good. Everybody say glory with me. Glory! Yes. You get a little excited in your soul, right? Like, oh, glory. It's got a different energy to it. And it's because glory is the radiant, indwelling presence of love shining in us by Spirit. Come on now. Did y'all hear what I just said? It's the radiance indwelling, lives in me, presence of love. And when I am allowing myself to shine in my glory as my glorious creation, I am giving an example of what love is. I am giving an example of what God is. Y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all ain't hearing me. But that's all right. That's all right. I'm going to give you some more chances. So John 17. I'm going to go Bible now. Y'all know John 17? This is the prayer that Jesus prayed before getting arrested. He was like, oh, I got a lot to say. But one important thing that was said that I love is in this prayer, he repeatedly speaks of not being of this world. You sent me here. I'm not from the world. I'm not from this place. Okay? You sent me here so I can show them your glory. That's why we're here. So they would know that I was sent by God. They would have no mistake about it, because they would feel what God really is, which is pure love. I mean, like, as the example that Jesus was, right? It's all about love, right? Included everybody. The message that was always going out. God is love. That's the whole thing. So what it says is, I have given them the glory that you gave me. I gave them this glory so that they can be one, just as you and I are one. I will be in them, and you will be in me, united completely as one. Then the world will know that you sent me, and that you loved them just as you loved me. Because of glory. How exciting is that? That's the good news, y'all. We all have this glory within us. Now, the reason why Jesus was such an exciting example is because Jesus was like shining bright. I'm gonna let my glory shine, because that's my only job here. That's what I'm here to do, is to shine my glory. Do you think Jesus was like, if I get a little more approval, maybe I'll show up. maybe I can be seen if like I get a few more likes. I don't have enough followers. I'm not sure. No, Jesus was like, here I go. Let's do this. Let me show you what love is. Let me show you what love feels like, because I am here for that reason. That's what I'm here for. He was vigilant about it too. It includes everybody. Because if we leave anybody out, it doesn't work. Amen. What is our purpose? Glory. Glory. What is glory? Radiance. The radiance of the presence of love. So when you allow yourself to shine on the level that you are called to shine, and be that glorious creation that you are from a glorious creator, boom. That's when the world starts to shake. Because you've got a power like no other. You are supernaturally charged. And do y'all think we need this right now? You think we need this kind of force for good in the world? You think we could use a bit more radical love out there? Yes. Will we remember that everybody's included? That we are all children of God? That we were all given the glory? Can I get an amen up in here? Golly, woo! I'm starting to get some chills. Reverend Dale, thank you so much for having me. Whew. Seriously, y'all, being able to shine. Now, what might be happening in your minds right now, because we talked about 2 thought systems, right? We talked about love and we talked about fear. And what is fear? Ego. Your ego might be like, shh, don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. Shh, 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 don't listen to her. Stay small. Stay small. Be comfortable. It's fine. You know, not you. Everybody else, not you. Edging God out, right? We have to end the ego's rule over our minds by choosing love, because we remember who we are, what our mission is, who our glorious creator is. That's what our purpose is. So when you're like, but I just really want to fit in. I don't want to be all like, loving like that, Jules. That's not, I don't know how that's going to make it weird. It's going to make it awkward. I don't know. Y'all, you better show out. You are leaving power on the table. You want to feel strong? You want to feel in your full capacity of who you are? You want to feel your purpose? Yes. Come on now. Yes. That's what we are going to do. We're going to walk and shine our glory. We are going to 100% commit to choosing love. Now, I know y'all were like, 100%? Really? 100%? 100%? Yes. Because as soon as you make that commitment, I want you to understand the days that you forget and you go ego, because that's what happens when somebody else's ego shows up and your ego is like, oh, what's up? Hey. And you're talking ego to ego. Choose again. You get unlimited tries. Unlimited. I mean, if you gotta do it a cajillion, squillion times, we get it. We get all that. It's okay. There's no one keeping track. The work is to what? Stay open. Practice, practice, practice. Staying open is work. Y'all saw me, I was like winded up here and I was just pretend doing it. So it is a real thing. Goodness, right? You might need a nap after that. That's all right. Give yourself what you need. Double down on the care. Be gentle with yourselves because it's work. It's work. And it's the right kind of hard. It's the right kind of work that we need to be doing. We are all called to be a force for positive good in this world. And we have that power. We just have to step into it. And my love language is to remind you of your power. And I pray that I have done that today. Y'all, the light in me loves the light in you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now I do have a little bonus. My partner in the book world, my son Julian, he poked his head in. Julian, are you around? Okay. All right. Julian wanted to share a message, a note, if you will, that was put on his heart. So just the fact that he wanted to. He's 10. And he was like, hey, is it okay? I would really like to share something with the church. This is our home church, by the way. You don't see me, but I am online. I am one of the online viewers that Reverend Dale waves to. So let me say, hey, everybody watching online. Thank you for being with us. I hope you were jazz handing me. He's coming. All right. Julian. So Julian and I have been on a book tour. Like I said, his book inspired mine. And we have been, going around and sharing a message of love all over. So we have a little bundle of love here. This is peanut butter. If anybody needs to feel some love, we have an emotional support bunny on duty today, as well as Linda being our prayer chaplain. So I'm going to give the microphone to you.
All right. Hello, everybody. Good to see you again. So, I just had 3 little things about love that I wanted to share with you. The first one is, how did the talk make you feel about love? It made you feel good? Yeah. All right. Number 2. Did you know that love does not change? Love is love. But people sometimes say that love, you don't always have to love someone. But it's not true. You love someone no matter what. You may not like them all the time, but you still love them. And then, last one, what does love mean to you? Tell me, what does it mean to you? Peace, kindness, God, radiance, acceptance. All right. That's good. Huh? Peanut butter. Peanut butter. Peanut butter.
Unconditional.
Unconditional?
Yes.
Very good.
You are love. You
Yes.
are love.
All of you, you are loved.
Conquer any war. It's time to take a stand. Brothers and sisters, join hands and let love rule. Let love gentle as a rose, and love conquer any war. It's time to take a stand. Brothers and sisters, join hands.